All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the elect Akim out here during this fight, pushing this word with faith, hope, and sincerity. So this lesson is basically just giving awareness and just recalling that, this is going to be a bumpy ride. There's nothing, quote unquote, easy that is going to take place between now and the kingdom. And as long as you set your heart aright, and as the scripture says, constantly endure, then through the spirit of Yahawashi, and let me add that mixed with faith, the spirit of Yahawashi is going to lead us to salvation, but I just want brothers to understand, man, hey, it's going to be some tribulations. We're going to be tested. We're going to be challenged. And the way in which we overcome those things is by having more faith, but also understanding that it was prophesied that we were going to go through these tribulations. It was prophesied that we were going to have to endure. And so really that's the edification, Lord willing, that will be received from this lesson. So I'm just going to start here in the book of Acts, the 14th chapter and the 22nd verse. And it says, confirming the souls. Okay, key word there, souls, is the reason why we're talking about confirming your soul is because that is what our personalities embody. That is what, our preferences are. And so our soul is what is going to be tested as well as our spirit. But the spirit should be able to, as always, trump the soul. But we are confirming the souls of the disciples, okay, which being the hopeful elect, okay, all you hopeful elect men out there on the highways and byways, okay, diligently seeking salvation from Yahawashi, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. So once again, our hallmark that separates us from all the rest of these other people all throughout the globe is the fact that we have faith. But not only do we have faith, we execute that faith in all circumstances. Okay. It says, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahawah. Okay. So it's going to be a bumpy ride, man. Hey, it's not going to be sweet. There's going to be moments in which, we're going to be tested above our measure. But that's the experience. This is where the glory kicks in. This is where miracles are made. You don't get a miracle by not having faith. You don't get a miracle by not going through tribulation. Okay. Yahawashi does not receive the glory by us not going through tribulation. Okay. And that's what this whole experience is. This experience is to show the power of Yahawashi and how he was able to, out of this world of darkness, pull out men, okay, their families, okay, the 1/3, the hopeful elect, the 144,000 elect men, the governing body, that he was able, through all of this tribulation, all of this sorcery and witchcraft and lies and violence in this world that's filled with abominations, he was able to preserve these men for everlasting righteousness. These men were able to go through that fire of purification and be received and approved unto Yahawashi. So yeah, it's going to be a bumpy ride, man. That's why scripture says, gird yourselves aright, man. This is a battle or a war of attrition. Okay. Meaning that scripture says, if you constantly endure and if you faint not, then you will receive the kingdom of righteousness. But that fainting is really more of how well you execute your faith. And the more and more you execute your faith, the more and more any of these trials and tribulations don't seem as fearful or frightening. let's grab this real quick. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahawashi, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses. The same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also." Verse 3, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi." Okay, and that's exactly what we're going through. Okay, that's a form of the tribulation, is enduring hardness. Let's get this word here, hardness. Okay.
Strong's G 2553. Karkapatheo.
To suffer, it says endure evils, hardships, troubles, to be afflicted. A couple weeks back, I did a lesson on how faith is spiritual power. So essentially that means that as we're enduring, as we're being made hard, okay, we're being made hard in the spirit, okay, or confirming our souls. But the power in which we have is faith to endure all of these sufferings, all of these trials, these tribulations. So that is our power, okay? So as the scripture says, verse 3, 2 Timothy 2 and 3, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Hamashiach." Because we're a part of his army. We're a part of this heavenly host. Okay. We're a part of this body. And if any of you brothers have ever been a part of any teams or organizations or any type of committed organization, then the one thing that you understand is that, and I'll use this phrase, teamwork makes the dream work. So we're not in this by ourselves. These epistles that we put out are to strengthen and uplift and exhort the disciples to continue in the faith. That is our power. That is how we will endure hardness. Okay, because we're not just enduring hardness on an individual level. We're enduring hardness collectively, and that's what helps as we're moving forward towards salvation. Next verse I'm going to bring out here is Hebrews chapter 10. And let's hit verse 23. It says, "Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering." That means regardless of whatever is placed before us, we are professionals at faith. That means no one else on the face of this earth is able to exhibit, and not only exhibit, but to make great the exercising of our faith as we are. I always make these references as far as, you have professional athletes, you have all of these people that are glorified for their raw skill or attribute as far as being able to dunk a basketball or throw a football or run a 40 in such a low time. Our profession is faith. That means that as long as we have that and we are exercising that, and our belief in Yahawashi is always greater than any circumstance that is placed before us, we will endure that hardness. Whatever that tribulation is, although it may be much, we'll make it. And these are the things that Esau, the so-called white man, and all the rest of these other people do not have. These are the elements in which Yahawashi has bestowed upon the hopeful elect as a gift for us to profess, okay, to exercise. Matter of fact, let's get this word here, profession, okay? I'm going to read that again. This is Hebrews 10:23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. Okay? Yahawashi is faithful. Okay? As I always say, man, Yahawashi is pulling for us. Okay? You should be able to pull for yourself.
Strong's G 3671. Hamalagia. Hamalagia.
It says profession, subjectively, whom we profess to be ours. See, faith is the key in which opens and unlocks those miracles. When adversity, tribulation, Jacob's trouble comes up, okay, the hour of temptation. These are all the things that are necessary in order to overcome that tribulation or that hardness. Okay? That's why Timothy said, hey, he counted it joy. Let's get that again one more time. Okay? It's back in 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi HaMashiach. Endure it. Because guess what? It's not going to quit. Not until the end. So there's no need in saying, oh man, I wish this was over. No. Okay. Have a faithful attitude towards whatever we have to go through. Because as scripture says back in the Hebrews 10:23, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. So I want to finish that last little part of that definition. It says, objectively, profession, confession, i.e., what one professes or confesses. And how do you confess, okay, our profession? How do you confess faith? You confess faith by exercising it. That is how we will overcome. It's our belief in these words, in Yahawashi. That is where the game changes. That is where we enter into the spiritual power and less of the carnal thoughts of this world. Okay? I got one more verse here and then I'm going to wrap up. Didn't want to make this too long, because this is exhortation. Okay? This is not for all men. And that's the beauty, you know? Because if you, as scripture says, you know, when you put on as the elect, you have to know that Yahawashi has called you. Scripture says many are called, but few are chosen. Okay. You know, and just like in any other type of competition or, you know, the belief that we are predestined, you're going to have to work for it. Okay. But this isn't like working for Esau and clocking in and clocking out. Nah, this is constantly, you know, scripture says you're going to be hated by all men. Right. All right. Well, it'll be different if you didn't know that. You know it. So now how are you going to maneuver? How are you going to allow faith to pull you out of situations? Okay. Being that beacon of light that we look forward to, you know, that message that Yahawashi has given us to guide us through every situation. This is 2 Corinthians 7, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, having therefore these promises, Actually, you know what? Salak, I meant to bring out one more verse here in Hebrews. Let's make sure we get that. This is Hebrews 10 and 32. It says, but call to remembrance the former days in which after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions. So once again, we already know it's a battle. We already know it's a spiritual warfare. But Yahawashi has equipped us, you know. So it's not like, you know, the Lord is basically sending us into battle empty-handed. We have the ultimate power. That's the confidence. It's like, oh, what's this, Esau? Oh, you trying to create doubt, huh? Ha, watch this. You know, let me show you what we do towards doubt. Let me show you what we do towards this carnal nature. Let me show you what we do towards any of the situations in which you try to tempt us in the flesh. We overcome it through the spirit and the profession of faith. This is back in 2 Corinthians 7:1. Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of Yahawah. Receive us, we have wronged no man, we have corrupted no man, we have defrauded no man. I speak not this to condemn you, for I have said before that ye are in our hearts to die and live with you. And this is the point in verse 4. It says, great is my boldness of speech toward you. Great is my glorying of you. I am filled with comfort. I am exceedingly joyful in all our tribulation. So how much more now, knowing that we're nearer than when we first believed the end of all of our persecution, of this captivity, of sorrow, of anguish, of vexation. Okay? Paul said I am exceeding joyful in all our tribulation. Why is that? Because we know that on the other side of that tribulation is salvation. But not only that, we're equipped to win. We're equipped to have the victory in Yahawashi. Okay? So yeah, you know, really that's the lesson. I'm going to end out on Matthew 10 and 22. It says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So we have the names of Yahawah, Yahawashi, Rawchaa Qadash. Hate is inevitable. Okay. Tribulation is inevitable. Okay. Enduring hardness is inevitable. Okay. Afflictions are inevitable. All right. It says, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved, you know? And that's the whole point. Just make sure that as you're exercising or professing your faith, that you endure to the end. Because that's where it is. That's where salvation is. That's where the reward is, you know? On the other side of that last moment of your faith, you know? You being able to exercise that spiritual power to conquer the flesh, to conquer temptation, to conquer the lust that Esau, the so-called white man, is going to tempt us with. On the other side of that is salvation. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying for the elect. Once again, Kal Halalyam La Yahawah by Yahawashi, by Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.